everybody. Today's workout is a super fun one. I love these types of workouts. We are going to be doing an add-on style circuit. We're going to be working our entire body. You're not going to need any equipment for this workout. It's going to progressively get more challenging the more we do them. But the good news is each circuit we only have to do 2 times. So we're going to get through this really nice and fast. So if you want to meet me for a warm-up, I'm just going to get our timer started. We're going to start with just a walk out to an up dog. So what I want you to do, feet hip width apart, shoulders rolled back. I want you to hinge forward, just walk out as far as your hands will go to a plank. And then from here, you're going to dip your hips into an up dog. I'm going to go a little bit farther back here so you can see what I'm doing here. So to an up dog, and then go right back to a downward facing dog. Get that stretch in those back hamstrings. Roll yourself forward nice and slow. Your hands kind of stay right under your shoulders and your chest. Take a nice stretch here. Your hips, your thighs, your knees are floating off the ground. If you need to drop them, that's fine. Push them back one more time. Get a nice stretch in the hamstrings. And roll forward for one last up dog. Beautiful. And then from here, we are going to do just some low side lunges, really open up our hips. So step your feet out really nice and wide here, roll our shoulders back, and then you're just gonna stretch to the one side. We're gonna hold it here for a little bit. You can take it at your pace, but I really want you to push that knee out and really feel that stretch on the inside here. Awesome, take it to the other side. Popping that booty out just a little bit like you're sitting into a chair. We're not rolling forward, we're keeping a proud chest even in our workout and our warm-up. Perfect, and onto the last side. Should open up on the outside of your glute too. You should be waking up on the outside here and the inside here. Perfect, step it back to the center, and then we are just going to do a really nice digestive all-around stretch. I love these. So get into a nice sumo squat position, toes pointed out, sit into your hips, knees nice and wide, roll our shoulders back, interlace our fingers and start right above your head. And then just roll very slowly over to the right, getting a stretch in that side body, rolling yourself forward, getting a stretch in your spine as you reach over to the left, and then back up top. Perfect, and then just do one more in the opposite direction. We're gonna get started nice and quick today. Roll it over, nice and slow. Beautiful. Okay, so like I said, our workout today is a progressive add-on style circuit. These are probably one of my favorite types of workouts to do because no matter how you're feeling, you can either stay with kind of the beginner or the easy movement and stay there for the whole time we're working. You can progress to the kind of intermediate or the middle level, or you can take it all the way up to the advanced or the hardest workout based on how you're feeling. If something's too challenging, you can scale it back. I love it because there's a ton of options and they're nice and quick, but there's also the potential for you to advance and to kind of test the waters a little bit and see how you're feeling. So, like I said, you don't need any equipment for this workout, some space and maybe a nice soft space to do some floor work. So if you have a mat, that would be great. We are going to work our entire body. So our legs, glutes, our abs, our stability, our arms, everything is gonna get a little bit of love today. We have 4 circuits. We are going to do 3 workouts in each one. Like I said, it's gonna go beginner, intermediate, advanced. You will pick if you wanna keep progressing or you can stay where you're comfortable. We're gonna do each one for 30 seconds, straight through, you're not gonna break. We're gonna do them twice. So I will go through all the workouts with you first, and then we're going to do them together. So our first, we are going to give our legs and our glutes a lot of love the first circuit through. What we are going to do for the first 30 seconds, we are just going to start with a regular squat. So your feet a little bit more than hip width apart, sitting into our squat. I'm not worried about a speed squat. I'm not worried about you getting like all the way down here. Just a nice, comfortable squat. That's our beginner move. After that, we're gonna go into squat pulses. So you stay down here. You're only lifting yourself up like an inch or two. You're not really bouncing up and down like that, just nice little pops. That's our intermediate. And then our advanced are gonna be prisoner squats. So laying low down here, you're going to take your one foot, go down on your knee, take your other foot behind you to your knee. You're gonna get to a kneeling position. You see what I'm doing. And then you're going to, same foot that you started with, and then back. And you're just gonna keep reversing that. Or you can do one at a time. That's a little bit more challenging, but this one's nice too because you need your core to really make yourself sit up, but you wanna stay low, like you're a prisoner, like you have a low ceiling. So we have that for 30 seconds a piece. We're only doing it 2 times through. So get yourself shaken out. I'm gonna let it be a nice 30 seconds. I have my timer today, so hopefully we should be good. All right, get ready. We're gonna start with those squats. I'll tell you when it's ready to change in advance if you're ready. All right, in 3, 2, 1, and squats. You can do whatever you want with your hands. I like to clasp them in front of me because it kind of helps keep my shoulders back and my chest proud. You can do it in front of you, hands behind your head. Just don't rest your hands on your thighs. Beautiful, we have about less than 10 seconds. We're gonna go into those squat pulses. If you feel ready, otherwise you are staying here. We're not stopping. This is gonna be 1.5 minutes of straight work. 3, 2, 1, stay low. Nice little baby squats. Whew, my thighs are already waking up, oh my goodness. Nice little tiny baby squats. If after a while your legs get tired, you can go right back into those regular squats. Whatever you wanna do. That's the thing I love about a progressive circuit, is you take it to what feels good for you. We have 5 more seconds. We're gonna go into those prisoner squats in 3, 2, 1. You stay low, back leg, back, back. Perfect. Now you also wanna stay as straight as you possibly can. I don't wanna see you wiggling a lot. It's really about stability. So pretend you have a low ceiling and you're also in a tiny room. Beautiful. Whew, that's really waking up your quads, isn't it? Again, keeping your hands in front of you, behind your head. I don't want you using your hands to lift up. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. You have a quick little time here to shake it out. Wake your legs up. We have that whole thing one more time through. So you know exactly what to expect. If by any chance that was a little too difficult for you at a certain point, scale it back. If you're doing the regular squats the whole time, that's totally fine, as long as you are doing the work. That's all that matters. All right, get ready. One more time through. 3, 2, 1, and we're squatting. Whew. After those squat pulses and those prisoner squats, a regular squat is very, very nice. It's like your nice little break. Take it nice and slow. Catch your breath. That's the thing too about these progressive workouts, is they kind of get your heart rate up a little bit more the more advanced you go. Pushing those knees out when you do those squats. 3, 2, 1, stay down. If you're meeting me with the squat pulses, nice and slow. We're not doing like crazy jackrabbit pulses here. If you need a little break and you gotta do like a regular squat, that's fine. Squeeze that booty, making sure we are pushing those knees out. We're not flaring them in. You wanna make sure you're pushing them out. We don't wanna hurt ourselves. We have 10 more seconds. Whew. My legs are waking up, thank God. We only have this twice, right guys? 3, 2, 1, prisoner squats. Go down, down, up, up. Imagine you're in a nice little box with a low ceiling. Whew. And keeping yourself low is making all of that work come from your quads, your hamstrings, that loaded foot in the front. Keeping your chest proud. I don't want you to lean forward as you're leaning up. Proud chest. So all that work's coming from the bottom. 3, 2, 1, shake it out. All right, good news is we're done with legs and glutes. On to the second circuit. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go over them quick with you. We're gonna do them together. So I will bring you all down here so you have a little bit of a better view. It's gonna be boat renditions. We're gonna start with just a regular boat. So shoulder to back, feet floated, your hands next to your sides like this. We're gonna start in 3 seconds. I'm gonna go through the next one with you. 3, 2, 1. Boat pose, holding like this. If you need to drop your knees, you can, or drop your feet. Keep your heels on the ground, toes pointed up. Pretend I'm poking you through your belly button. Roll your shoulders back, bring your chest forward like there's a string, otherwise you're floating. And keeping your arms and your shins parallel, kind of in the same line. After this, we are going to do a boat to a low boat. I had to see what the next move was. 3, 2, 1. So from here, you're going to lower yourself, back to boat. Lower yourself. You're not dropping on the ground like a fish. You're keeping your shoulders off the ground, your legs off the ground, squeezing back to boat. Exhaling on that squeeze. If you want to stay here in the boat, you can. If you are keeping your feet down, you can still go down, keep your shoulders off, and just bring yourself back up, kind of pulling yourself with your chest, keeping your chin tucked. 3, 2, 1. And then you're going to stay here in a boat, keep your feet, and then toe tap. So just gently tap your heel to the ground, opposite heel, opposite heel. Whew. That really activates your middle core there. Beautiful. Same thing, if you're keeping your feet down, again, you can still do this and just kind of do like a little knee drive and a knee drive. All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1. Give yourself a shake out. You can roll your knees into your chest if you need to. We have that whole thing one more time through. All right, so get ready. Not a big break this time. In 3, 2, 1, into that boat. You're floating your feet if you can. Otherwise, you're keeping your heels down, but I want you to push back, pull back through your belly button. You're not just like sitting here. You're not plopped on the ground like this. I really want you to engage that core. We have about 10 more seconds. We're gonna do that boat to low boat. In 3, 2, 1, inhale to your low boat. Exhale on that squeeze back up. Inhale, exhale. Again, if you're feeling this a lot in your hip flexors, keep those feet on the ground, but it helps pretending that your knees, your shins, your heels, your ankles are glued or taped together so you get that work out of your hip flexors. All right, we have about not even 10 more seconds. We are going to do the toe taps in 3, 2, 1, back to our boat, and tap, and tap. Kind of dip back a little bit farther if you can. Whew, I know, we are almost done. We're about halfway there, not even. Just really lightly tapping. You're not banging your heel down. It's just a very light, boop, little light tap. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch your legs out, open up your hips a little bit. All right, next, we have legs again, but this is going to be more of a stability work. So, 2 times through, we're gonna work our left side first, and then the second time through, we're gonna work our right side. So, I am going to go over those with you. Let me bring y'all right back up here so you can see, get a little bit better. Okay, so we are going to start with a one-legged forward hinge. We're gonna start with our left leg, so that's gonna be the loading leg that we are doing. You're gonna roll your shoulders back, float that right foot off the ground. You're gonna hinge forward at the hips. Get ready to do it with me, we'll progress together. 3, 2, 1, roll your shoulders back, engage your core, and then you're just hinging forward, trying to straighten that leg. You're not going all the way up here. Get your stability. If you wobble, that's fine. That means you're getting stronger. Trying to keep yourself straight. So I'm going to show you this as I'm going down. See how you really don't see my leg. It's not going out here. It's not going out here. You're keeping it nice and level. From here, we are going to progress to the forward hinge with the knee drive. So from here, floating that foot, float that right foot back. You're going to drive that knee, right knee into your elbows. Reach your arms out, straighten that right leg again. Drive that knee into the elbows, straighten out. If you need to hold on to something, that is fine. You're hinging, you're not locking that knee, of course. This is not our first rodeo. We've worked out together many times. Don't lock that knee. In 4 seconds, we're gonna do a one-legged squat. 3, 2, 1. With this foot, float that right foot. Hands together, you're gonna go as low as you can, nice and slow, and bring yourself back up. If you can only go kind of this far, that's fine. I want you to get that squeeze at the top, just like a regular squat. Float that right foot down and squeeze back up. Ooh, that quad should be very, very tired right now. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go right into the other side. So load that right foot, float that left leg. You're gonna roll your shoulders back, hinge forward, and then hinge back, squeezing that glute, tucking the pelvis. We're not flaying our ribs. Everything is staying nice and stable. You take this nice and slow. That's all what stability is about. The slower you go, the more you can get a move, feel for the movement. You don't hurt yourself, and you get more work. In 3 seconds, we're gonna do the knee drive in 3, 2, 1. Arms out. Ooh, this side is not as stable as my left side. Extend. Exhale on that squeeze. Extend, flex that foot. We don't have limp fish foot, flex it. Drive in that knee to the elbow. Whew, get your stability. I am right-sided dominant, but like right-handed, but my right side is definitely weaker than my left. Whew. 3 seconds, we're gonna do the one-legged squat. 3, 2, 1. So float that left foot behind your right leg, and then squat as far down as you can go. Stand up. If you need to hold on to a chair, a wall, something, a friend, that is fine. Take these nice and slow. I don't want to see your knee going in when you squat. You still want to kind of push that knee out a little bit so you're not hurting yourself. 3, 2, 1. All right. So let me go to our next page here of our workout. All right. Circuit 4. It's abs again, but this is also our finisher. So it is going to be plank variations. I'm gonna bring y'all down here again so we can do these together. Again, these are a little bit longer, but it's only gonna be one time through. So instead of the 30 seconds, we are working for 45 seconds, but we're only doing it once. So I want you to give it your all. If you have to stay with the beginner or the easy variation, that's fine. Really try to push yourself to the intermediate and the advanced level ones, even if it's just for a second or two, just to try it, just to challenge yourself. So we're gonna start with a regular plank. We all know what those look like. Then a plank with toe step outs, and then a plank to 90-degree elbows. Let's get ready to do those together. In 3, 2, 1, plank. You can do a high plank, or you can go down to your forearms. I'm gonna do a high plank just because, in all honesty, I did a lot of arm work yesterday for a workout, and my arms are very tired, and I do not have the strength to do a forearm plank. If you do, please do it. You got it. Suck in that belly, a nice straight plank. We're looking good. We're not up here. We're not down here. Nice, strong bodies. We're about halfway there, not even, a little more so. All right, squeeze it, hold it. If you need to drop your knees for a second, you can. If you need to do a knee plank, do it. Really try to challenge yourself. The wider your legs are, the more stable you are. 3, 2, 1. So the opposite toe step out. So we're gonna do our left toe out, back to center, right toe out, back to center. Just tap, back to center, tap, back to center. You got it. Whew. Sorry, I'm not talking a lot. I'm trying to look at the timer here. Trying to keep yourself straight. We're not doing that. You're staying nice and straight and steady. You need to give your wrists a shake out. Do it really quickly and jump right back into it. You're keeping your neck nice and neutral. You're not tucking your chin. You're not craning your neck up. Really kind of just looking like a foot ahead of your hands. We have 5 more seconds, and we're gonna do those 90, 90. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna get down on my forearms so you can see a little better. Forearm, you're going to knee to elbow, back to center, and then your right knee to right elbow, back to center. You're gonna try to stay straight when you do it. I know I kind of like twisted for that one. Stay nice and straight. Whew. If you can't do the elbow to your knee, you can just do your knee and your knee. If you don't have that lateral stability to do the elbow to the knee, that's totally fine. If you want to stay to the toe taps, you can. If you want to do a regular plank, that is fine. Also, when you stand up and you do like a knee to elbow when you're on a high plank, it's a little wonky. So I recommend if you're going to do them, go down to a forearm plank. We have about halfway through, and then we are finished. Really squeeze that oblique. Try to hold it there for like a couple seconds if you can. We have 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. You guys did great. Maybe down to cool down. We are doing a nice wide squat. So sit into a low squat, using your elbows to open them. I like to put my hands together in a prayer or a clasp position. And then we are just sitting into the squat, using our elbows to open the knees. That should feel really good in our hip flexors. Whew. You guys did great. I hope your heart rate got up. You feel really good, a nice quick workout. All right, from here, meet me down to a child's pose. So your toes together, knees wide, walking your hands forward, and then walk your hands over to the right side as far as they will go, pulling down in your left hip, and just breathing in through the side body there. Stretching out those obliques, especially after that finisher. And then walk them to the left side, same thing, as far to the left as they will go, pulling your right hip down so you're not leaning forward with it. Should feel really good right all on this side of our body here. A couple deep breaths here. Calming your heart rate down. Walk your hands back to center. Tuck your toes. We're just gonna finish with a down dog here. So hands under shoulders, toes tucked, shoot your hips back, and just relax here in a down dog. Lifting up through your hips, pushing back. If your heels don't touch the ground, that's totally fine. Letting your head hang. If you want to pedal out opposite legs, you totally can. Perfect. Give yourself one last little push through the ground, shooting those hips up to get a stretch in the back part of your legs. Beautiful. And bring yourself down. We are all finished. You guys did a great job. I hope you had a fun time. I love workouts like this, and I hope you feel really good. And until the next time, bye.